Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my FIFA 20 Newcastle United career mode. Got a great episode for you today. So if you saw episode 1, you saw pre-season and some transfer business. Today you're going to be seeing some more transfer business and we're going to be starting the Premier League season. So that is going to be great. We're going to be jumping into the first couple of games today. So if you saw episode 1, obviously you saw that we brought in Callum Wilson and we also brought in Bukayo Saka from Arsenal. We're going to be targeting some more wingers in this episode. That is probably the area of the squad that is the weakest. And on that note, we have made a loan offer for this man, Rodrigo, the young winger from Real Madrid. It's a little bit of an ambitious offer, but I thought I'd have a go. Real Madrid were very happy with it. They've accepted the offer. We'll have to wait and see whether Rodrigo fancies swapping sunny Madrid for cold Newcastle. It's a little bit unlikely, perhaps a little bit ambitious, but it's worth a go. We'll see if we can bring him to the football club. He'd certainly bring a lot. He's having a great season at Real Madrid, very pacey, direct, skillful player. And then there's a list of other players you can see here that I've been looking at. My main target is this man, Diogo Jota, having a brilliant time at Wolves, lighting up the Europa League. Very, very good rated player on here. As you can see, he's 80 overall, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, pacey, direct. He's a good finisher as well. I think he'd be a really, really good signing. I think he'd go very, very well in this team. Him on one side and Saint-Maximin on the other could be very, very dangerous in the same side. So we're going to jump in and go ahead and start negotiations with Wolves for Diogo Jota and see what we can do. So I'm meeting up here with the Wolves representative, talk business for Diogo Jota. As with most of the deals we've done so far, we're going to be offering a player in exchange just to try and save ourselves as much money as possible so we can bring in as many players as possible. So we'll go to player swap, and I think we're going to offer them Christian Atsu in exchange. So winger for winger. Atsu's not a player really that I want to keep here long term. So we're going to go ahead and offer Atsu to Wolves and see what they say about that. See if they're happy with that one. So it'll certainly be a step down for them from Diogo Jota to bring in Atsu, but they seem happy with that idea, albeit they want £28 million on top of that, which is a very hefty fee indeed. We're certainly going to be trying to knock it down on that one, so we'll go ahead and counter that fee. Something a little bit more reasonable. We'll go ahead and offer them £20 million flat, plus Atsu, and see what they say about that one. Submit offer. What are they thinking on that one? They want to negotiate that one as well. They want £26 million now, plus 15% sell-on clause. So they want a pretty good price here for Jota. I don't blame them. He's got to be probably their best player at the club. It's an incredible signing for them, scoring so many goals in Europe as well as the Premier League this season. So we're going to knock them down to £21.5 million. We're going to leave the sell-on clause in there. I've got no problem with that being in there. We're going to offer them that and see what they say about that one. They seem pretty keen to get as much money as they can, but no, they're happy with that one. That deal's agreed. So £21.5 million plus Christian Atsu for Diogo Jota. We've still got the player negotiations to go now, but this is looking good. Hopefully he'll want to come and join the club. Despite what a good time he's having at Wolves, hopefully he'll see Newcastle still as a bigger club and be happy to come and join us here, help build what we're building. So we're going to jump in now to the negotiations. Meet Diogo Jota in our office. His agent here with him. And straight away, he's keen to be a crucial first-team player. And that's probably pretty fair. He is going to be a regular starter for us if he joins the club. Playing probably out on the right-hand side to start with. But he's a very flexible player. He could happily play on the left or through the middle as well, should we need him to. Contract length, he wants to sign a 5-year deal. Excellent, very happy with that one. As you can see, he's only 22 years old. So still a young player, really. So we're happy to tie him down to a long-term contract, so we'll accept that one. Not sure what to think about his wages. You can see his current wage is 76 grand, so he's probably going to want a decent amount. He'll probably want a pay rise to come here. As you can see there, we've disregarded the release clause. Always try and do that where possible. So it's up to us to propose the initial wages. So we're going to go and offer him a slight increase. So we're going to offer him 80,000 a week and 300k signing bonus. So we'll submit that one and see what he says to that. Might negotiate. Might want a bit more of a wage rise than that. See what he says to that one. And no, they're happy with that offer. Okay, accepted straight away. That was very easy. Expected that to be a bit more of a negotiation there, but that deal is done then. So moving on then, and you can see here that Yoshinori Muto has finally been sold. He's gone to Everton for 7.2 million, and also got an offer here apparently for Jack Colback, although I don't seem to be able to find it in here. It's from a club I've never heard of, so we won't worry too much about that one. He probably wouldn't go there anyway. He's already in talks with clubs, so we'll move on from that one. Hopefully he'll leave soon. So we want to bring in one more winger since we've moved out Christian Atsu. We're going to go for this man, Domenico Berardi of Sassuolo. He's a good all-round winger, can also play up front if necessary. Good on either wing, good overall player, passing, pace, shooting. Really, really good sort of squad player. Add a bit more depth to the squad. So we can go ahead now and talk to Sassuolo and see if we can agree a deal with them for him. Again, it's going to be a player swap to start with, although I'm not really sure who. We've moved out quite a lot of the players now that we wanted to. The likes of Atsu, Colback's on his way out. Muto's gone. So we're sort of running low on players really that we can offer in exchange. We're going to fullbacks. Emil Kraft could be one. He's definitely one that we want to move on. So we'll go ahead and offer Emil Kraft to Sassuolo in exchange for Domenico Berardi and see what they say about that one. Are they happy with that one? They are, but they want £13.2 million on top. Again, that's a little bit high, a little bit more than I would like to pay. So we'll go and counter that one. Try and get their price down a little bit if we can. What can we offer? I think we'll offer 9 million. So what they'd say to 9 million plus Emil Kraft. Hopefully they'll be happy with that one. As you can see, we don't have a great deal more money to spend. So we've got to try and be as stingy as possible on this deal. But we do want to bring in another winger if possible. And they're happy with that one. That's great. They're happy with that deal, 9 million plus Kraft. So you can see here is Berardi again. We're free now to go ahead and do some contract negotiations with him. So we're going to meet him in a restaurant by the looks of it. As I said before, he's a really good all-round player. Add good squad depth to the club. Be a starter sort of cup games maybe and less important league games. So on that note, I'm going to offer him an important squad role. Hopefully he'll be happy with that one. I don't really want to offer him crucial because they'll just end up getting unhappy because he won't be playing week in, week out. So we'll just go ahead and offer him important on that one. They are happy with that role, which is brilliant. So he's happy to join the club as an important player. Not necessarily playing every game, but certainly featuring quite a lot throughout the season. So in terms of contract length, he's only 25, so I think we'll go ahead and offer him a 4-year contract. Try and keep him at the club for quite a few years yet. Hopefully he's still got quite a few years left in his prime. You may even improve and go up a little bit in overall still. They're happy with that length. They don't want a release clause, which is brilliant. It's just time to talk money now. As you can see, he's on 49,000 a week at the moment at Sassuolo, so nothing extravagant. I think I'll offer him slightly over that again. Let's go for 52,000. Or maybe I'll lower that a little bit, purely because we did that with Jota, didn't we? We offered him a slight pay rise and he accepted instantly. So maybe we'll go a little bit lower this time with Berardi, just to make sure we're not paying over the odds, saving as much money as we can. So we're going to offer him 44k a week and a £120,000 signing bonus, and they're happy with that deal. Brilliant. And that is another player into the club. Domenico Berardi joins Newcastle. It's another winger on the books. You can see here he is, 78 overall. Only 25 though, so as I said, he could improve a little bit more yet. He's just got really good all-round stats, really, as you'll see in a minute. Sort of pace, finishing, ball control, passing, dribbling, everything he needs really to be a wide midfield player. So here he is down the bottom. You can see 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, high attacking work rate as well, which is excellent. He's just a really good all-round player. I think he can bring quite a lot to the club throughout the season. Play on either wing, probably play through the middle and maybe even up front as well. Sort of anywhere in that front four we need him to fill in. He's probably going to be just a substitute for now, purely because I'm pretty happy with that front four the way it is. Particularly Jota, Almiron and Saint-Maximin. I think they're going to be really, really dangerous throughout the season. There's a lot of pace and directness and skill in those three players. So as I said, we can go ahead and bring Berardi onto the bench for now. Just think about who to replace on the bench. I like to have as many attacking options on the bench as possible, so I think it's going to be Javi Manquillo who misses out for now. A bit of a shame for him, but he'll get his chance for the season. So now then, it's time for game day. First match of the season of the Premier League, home to Arsenal. As it's the first game, we're going to go ahead and do the pre-match news conference. I won't be doing all of these through the season, but purely because it's the first game, we will do this one. The first question is about our excellent form in pre-season. Of course, if you saw episode 1, we won our pre-season tournament. So that's put us in good form in the eyes of the press going into the start of the season. I'd say we've got a lot of quality in the squad, which I think we have now, to be fair, with the players that we've brought in. Likes of Jota, Berardi, Wilson, Saka, all really, really good attacking players. Do we have what it takes to avoid a low position in the Premier League? Well, I certainly hope so. I hope we can finish top half, maybe push for Europa League places perhaps if we have a really good season. We avoid injuries and the players sort of kick off well and get a good start. Next question is asking about if Berardi will start against Arsenal, get his first minutes. He's not going to start the game, but there's a fair chance he's going to come on as a substitute at some point, just depending on how the game goes. So you can see, great thing about FIFA 20 doing these press conferences, it's a great way to boost the team morale and the individual players' morale as well. It's just a really, really easy way to make the players happy, and their attributes actually go up as well when you do that, so it's even better. So here we go then, first game of the season against Arsenal. This is the team we're going to be putting out. It's a pretty strong team, I think. I think we've got a chance of getting a result today. Obviously against Arsenal it's going to be a tough game, and like Aubameyang, Pepe, Lacazette could be a big threat going forward. But certainly I expect Arsenal to be a little bit vulnerable defensively, particularly if David Luiz is playing. As we've seen this season, he is very, very vulnerable at times, shall we say. So it looks like we're not the only ones that have been busy in the transfer market. Arsenal have brought in Leon Bailey, very exciting winger. So that's going to make them even more dangerous going forward. So you can see we've kicked off here then. It's the start of the season. It's what we've been waiting for. As I said, I think we can have a good season with the players we've brought in. I don't think relegation is going to be an issue now. We should certainly be looking to push into the top half of the table and hopefully towards those Europa League places. If we have a good season, that's certainly possible. I'm not expecting miracles though, and obviously if we can get on a good cup run as well, that would be a big boost for us. Something Newcastle have been missing for years. As the ball comes forward here into Joe Linton, goes for goal. Shot parried by the goalkeeper, and Arsenal will get the ball away, but an early warning sign there for Arsenal. So Arsenal got the ball out on the wing now with Bailey, comes into Ozil, making progress into the penalty area, gets the ball across for Aubameyang, and Aubameyang tucks it into the corner. It's a really neat finish. It's a bit of a sloppy goal for us to concede, unfortunately. But we know how dangerous this man is. Aubameyang has been fantastic for Arsenal recently. It's just no one near him, really. No one gets close enough to him. It's a real shame. Been a decent start to the game. We haven't threatened Arsenal too much, but we've been solid. So it's disappointing now that we've seen Aubameyang let in to score there. And now we've got to come back at Arsenal, but we've got plenty of the game to go at least. Arsenal coming forward again now. Ozil plays it out wide to Pepe. Pepe looking for Aubameyang at the back post. It's going to come down to Bailey. But he's given the ball away. He'll come forward now with Joe Linton. Almiron runs into trouble a little bit there and loses possession. It's not really happening for us at the moment. First half an hour, struggled to really create anything. Comes out wide now to Saint-Maximin, who Arsenal have done a very, very good job on so far. Really limited his impact, but he's got past his man here and got the cross in towards Joe Linton. But he doesn't reach the ball, and it's cleared away to Lazaro. Now Hayden here in midfield. Again gets the ball forward for Joe Linton, who's caught, and surely that's a penalty. Nothing doing, says the referee. The fans aren't happy with that one. That looked like a foul on Joe Linton to me. It may have been contact with the ball, but it didn't look like it. Unfortunately, it's just a throw-in. Not sure about that one at all. Here's Almiron now, though. Back into Isaac Hayden. Back to Almiron. Turns his man brilliantly, uses his pace, and now he's caught. And still nothing doing, says the referee. Are you blind? That is terrible. Surely one of those at least was a foul. First Joe Linton, then Almiron, both caught in the penalty area. Here's Jota now. He gets it into Joe Linton, who has a shot. Well saved by Leno there. And Arsenal get the ball away. Again, that seems to be our main threat so far. Joe Linton's got in behind a few times now. Moving down the right here now, it's Lazaro. Looking to get away from Bailey. He does his defensive job very, very well. Been impressed with him so far. It's like a really, really good signing for Arsenal. There's Jota now. Hayden to try and get something before half-time. Shelby. Saint-Maximin. And wide to Danny Rose and get the ball into the middle. Blocked away by Arsenal. Goes out for a corner. It's just about going to be time to take this before half time. So Lazaro swings in the corner. It's headed away by Arsenal. Comes out to Miguel Almiron. Smashes it into the back of the net. Unfortunately, at half time whistle has already gone. And it is 1-0 to Arsenal at half time. That goal from Aubameyang after about 15 minutes. What separates the side so far? It's not been too bad in the first half. We've just struggled really to create anything. Arsenal have been quite solid defensively, which I wasn't really expecting. No offence to any Arsenal fans out there, but they've certainly been a lot more solid than what I anticipated. So we're going to have to work quite hard, I think, in the second half to try and break them down. No substitutions so far, but we might look to make a couple later in the game if things don't improve. Very, very impressed with Leon Bailey in the first half as well for Arsenal. Looks a really, really good player. Out on that left-hand side. Dangerous going forward. Speaking of dangerous going forward, here's Alain Saint-Maximin now, running infield this time, trying maybe to put a little space for himself. He's been very, very well shepherded so far by Arsenal. Plays the ball into Almiron. Now into John Joe Shelby. He looks forward for Joe Linton into the penalty area. Again he's caught. That is 3 times now. And we can't get the shot away, and now something's been given. I don't really know what, but I'm pretty sure it's not a penalty for us, despite, well, 3 times now one of our players has been caught in the penalty area, and somehow that is a free kick for Arsenal. I don't know how the referees worked that one out. I'm really not sure about this referee, you know. I make it 3 penalties we should have had now. Really don't know what's going on here, but Arsenal come forward again here with Bailey, but it's well stopped this time by Lazaro. Very, very questionable refereeing. Here's John Joe Shelby now on the ball anyway. Out wide to Danny Rose. Back to Shelby, who's going forward here now with Almiron. Almiron running at his man, good pace. They won't want to bring him down. Shelby now, back to Almiron. Saint-Maximin tries to get his cross in, but it's blocked, and Arsenal again will bring the ball away. So we're going to go ahead now and make a substitution. As you can see, Joe Linton hasn't done a great deal today. He's had a couple of half chances, but nothing major. So we're going to bring Callum Wilson on for his competitive debut for the club. See what he can do. Hopefully he can bring us a nice debut goal. So we're on the ball again here now. John Joe Shelby in possession. It's the play down the flank, and we've got Lazaro making a run here down the right. Cuts back into Jota. Jota now back into Shelby. Shelby tries to return into Jota, but again, Arsenal there, David Luiz in the way. And I think that is going to be it. That was our last chance to make anything happen. And there is the final whistle. And unfortunately, it is going to be a 1-0 defeat here against Arsenal to start the season. It's a little bit of a disappointment. I would have loved to have started with a positive result. But the performance, you know, it wasn't too bad. We just struggled really to break Arsenal down. Creativity, that was the issue. We didn't look too bad defensively and on the ball. It's just that one goal from Aubameyang, one defensive lapse that we had, unfortunately, allowing Arsenal in. And that was enough for them to see out and win the game. Very, very impressed with Leon Bailey in particular, their new signing. Really looked good.
Just a couple of questions for you.
Up and down the pitch. So as with the pre-match press conference, we're going to do the post-match one now as well, as it's the first game of the season. Are we disappointed we couldn't start with a positive result? Yes. Yeah, Jota played pretty well, happy with his performance. Bukayo Saka didn't get a chance to make his debut. No, not today. I didn't really feel that he would have been the player we needed. Just say good things come to those who wait. And that won't be any more questions there. And now straight on to game 2. Get straight on with this. Try and put the Arsenal game behind us. Game 2 is away against Norwich. This is certainly a game we want to be getting something from. Hopefully winning. Norwich, a team probably one of the favourites for relegation. So we're going to jump straight into this game. Hopefully try and get a positive result out of this one. Certainly we need to be looking to be more creative, more clinical in the final third in this game. Hopefully against Norwich that's something we'll find a little bit easier than we did against Arsenal. So Norwich have kicked off here, looking to come forward, trying to knock the ball around nicely, get a bit of a rhythm going, but as I say that, they give the ball away, and there's lots of space down the left here for Saint-Maximin to run into, and with his pace he's going to get quickly into the penalty area. As he does, he's going to pull it back, he's going to find Joe Linton, and Joe Linton smashes it into the back of the net, and what a start we've made here at Carrow Road. It's 1-0 to us already. Great play by Saint-Maximin down the left, cuts it back. I said about being more clinical, that is exactly what Joe Linton has done. Smashes it past ex-Newcastle keeper Tim Krul into the back of the net. And that is a fantastic start to a game that really we need to be looking to win. And you can't really start a game better than that. Brilliant. Joe Linton gets his first goal of the season. Great play from Saint-Maximin. And Norwich are going to have to play a lot better than that if they want anything out of this game. There's no pressure on the ball. No one anywhere near Saint-Maximin. No one near Joe Linton. Could be a long afternoon for Norwich if they play like that for the whole game. Yeah, they were just really sloppy in possession. It was them giving the ball away that led to that goal. Well, certainly gives us hope that we can definitely get a win out of this game. So Norwich trying to come forward there down the left, but Jamal Lewis offside. So we'll try and build from the back again here. I think we'll keep going forward here now that we've seen just how vulnerable Norwich look like they're going to be today. So Almiron plays it back out to Saint-Maximin. Almiron makes a good run here on the left channel into the penalty area. Comes inside, bit of skill, and he smashes it past the goalkeeper. It's 2-0 already. What a start to this game we've made. Brilliant, brilliant play. Inside 10 minutes. It's Norwich 0, Newcastle 2. Miguel Almiron gets the goal this time. Good link-up play with Saint-Maximin. Good bit of skill there. Got him inside his defender. And again, it's smashed past the goalkeeper. Krul, no chance. We have 2-0 up here in less than 10 minutes. What a start. Major contrast to the Arsenal game where we really rarely threatened Arsenal at all. To come here and take a 2-goal lead inside 10 minutes. Brilliant start. Can't say I really saw this one coming, but Norwich have been very, very poor so far. And certainly look like they're going to be there for the taking today. Really poor start from them. Only the second game of the season already. They don't look like they've got much heart and desire as Jonjo Shelvey now wins the ball back in midfield. They look to come forward again. Ball over the top here for Saint-Maximin, but the defenders deal with that one. Keeper gets it half away. Norwich will keep possession for now. They look to come forward themselves here, try and get back into the game, but it doesn't work out. It's cut out by Fabian Schär. He plays it to Danny Rose, who finds Almiron. Back to Danny Rose. We're going to look to target this left-hand side with Saint-Maximin, who's looked very dangerous so far. Almiron, Shelvey, Joe Linton. Plays it over the top for Saint-Maximin. Oh, what a ball across. Jota! 3-0. Fantastic. What a brilliant goal that is. Great play again from Saint-Maximin. And Diogo Jota gets his first goal for the club in just his second game. Real poacher's goal that was, hanging around at the back post. But what a ball across this is from Saint-Maximin. Really volleyed it across with venom. And Jota was there and waiting. And he wasn't going to miss that one, a player of his calibre. He gets his first goal. And it's Norwich 0, Newcastle 3. And we've only played 17 minutes, and this game is pretty much over. Terrible display so far from Norwich. This is such a contrast to the Arsenal game. It's unbelievable. The players just having fun out there now. It's a question of who wants the next goal, really. You can see Saint-Maximin there pressing, trying to get the ball back. Hungry to create some more chances, maybe get a goal himself as well. He certainly deserves one. Here's Almiron now. We're coming forward again straight away. Saint-Maximin into the penalty area. Cuts it back for Almiron. Is it 4? It is. It's 4-0. Wow, wow, wow. What a game this is. Almiron gets his second goal. Wow. Well, memories in this match of a 4-0 scoreline that Newcastle were on the wrong end of early in the game, and that, of course, was the Arsenal game back in 2011. And we found ourselves 4-0 down before half-time. Of course, we came back and got a point out of that game, but I don't see Norwich doing that today. They really have been terrible. See, Krul actually got an arm to that one, but I think perhaps Joe Linton just partially blinding him there to that one. Didn't really see the ball till it was very late. Just going forward again here now with Almiron, really trying to kill Norwich off before half-time, make it 6, and we have, and it's Joe Linton, and that is a hat-trick for the Brazilian. What an astounding first half this has been. We are 6-0 up before half-time. I really don't know what else I can say about this performance. They really have been exceptional, very, very clinical in the final third, but Norwich have been awful. And Joe Linton has wrapped up a hat-trick before half-time, which is absolutely extraordinary. It's another assist for Miguel Almiron. There you see it, Joe Linton, 3 goals in Premier League. Incredible. What an absolutely astounding first half we've seen here. And there it is, finally, the half-time whistle. Music to the ears of these Norwich players, who I'm sure just want to disappear down the tunnel and not come back out. Unfortunately, they've got a second half to come back out to there, and you can see here, Joe Linton, a handful for defenders. No doubt about that. 3 shots, 3 goals. Incredible. What a contrast to his real life form. If only he really played like this. Quite an incredible scoreline to see by half-time. See a team 6-0 up. We'll go over to the match stats and you can see that we really have, talk about being clinical, we've only had 6 shots in total. They've all been on target and they've all gone in. Doesn't reflect well on goalkeeper Tim Krull. I don't really think he can be held responsible. I don't really think he could have done much about any of the goals. Second half now. All those goals at the bottom of the page there. Incredible. Another 45 minutes to go yet. So we'll just have to go and just carry on with the second half as we normally would. You see Jota coming forward here, using his pace to get into the penalty area. He's got Joe Linton in the middle. He tries to cut back inside. Loses possession there. And now Sir Maximan's in here down the left-hand side. He'll look to cut the ball back towards Joe Linton. He can't quite reach it, and it would have been 4 goals for him. Couldn't quite get on the end of that one, but more great play down that left-hand side from Sir Maximan. I think we'll make a couple of substitutions now. Obviously, the game has long since won, so we're going to bring Callum Wilson on again. See if he can get himself among the goals. And we're going to bring Domenico Berardi on as well in place of Jota for his debut. See if the new signings can get themselves in on the goals. As good a chance as any if you're ever going to score your first goal for your club. You think it's going to come in a game like this. Game where we've just been scoring for fun so far. Couple of chances again, hasn't really happened for us yet in the second half. Here's Almiron now on the ball though, using his pace again, looks to get it in towards Wilson, headed away by the Norwich defender. So here's Almiron, plays a good ball forward for Berardi, trying to get away from his man. He's caught there by Vrancic, and it is going to be a free kick. Is he going to get booked? No, it's just going to be a talking to from the referee. We haven't really done much so far in the second half. I think we've kind of taken our foot off the gas a little bit. Not intentionally, I think it's just how it's gone. 6-0 up, you know the game's won. Don't really need to try. We're going to go for goal from this free kick, because why not when you're 6-0 up. Almiron puts it over the bar. Never really threatening the goalkeeper. But yeah, we haven't really created a great deal in the second half. It's been quite just taking it easy really, as we see Berardi comes forward again here, and again is brought down by Vrancic. You really can't live with him. It's been a really good cameo this from Berardi, and surely Vrancic can get booked this time. Indeed he does. It's twice now he's brought down Berardi. He's lucky he wasn't booked the first time. He would have been off there, just to make Norwich's day even worse. So we've got Berardi and Shelby over the free kick here. It's a little bit further out than the last one. Berardi plays it short to Almiron. That's a clever little free kick, using his pace again to get him behind. Pulls it back, tries to have the shot. It's blocked. The game really is just winding down to a close now. Nothing much entertaining in the second half as Sir Maximan leaps in there with a bit of an unnecessary challenge. Chance of off from the Norwich fans, as if it would make a difference to their day. It's just a yellow card for Sir Maximan. A little bit of an unnecessary challenge. So into stoppage time now at the end of the game. Just playing down the clock here, obviously. The game's long since won. It's been a really, really easy win for us today. Hopefully this is a good omen for the season, and not just a reflection of how appalling Norwich are, because they really have been awful today. Into the closing seconds now, just waiting for the whistle to blow. I'm sure Norwich players wanted to get out of here about an hour ago, but finally they can. There is the whistle. This game has finished 6-0 to us. An incredible display of attacking flair in the first half. Joe Linton gets himself the match ball. Incredible performance from the boys today. Joe Linton, Almiron, Sir Maximan. All brilliant performances. And we walk away with 3 points and 6 goals. Brilliant, brilliant day for the boys. Yeah, hopefully that bodes well for the future. Gets our first win on the board. Plenty of goals scored. Hopefully we can carry this form on now through the rest of the season. And certainly something that is the way we're going to look to play this season, by the way. If you're intrigued, we are going to play attacking football where we can. Try and score goals, get forward. And I think with the players we've got, that's certainly something that we can do. So time for the post-match press conference now. This should be a much happier one than we saw against Arsenal. Or maybe not. The press somehow think that was a bad performance today from Domenico Berardi. I thought he did quite well. He terrorised Vrancic down the side. Will certainly defend the player there. Again, they want to know why Bukayo Saka didn't play. Again, we'll say good things come to those who wait. He's only 17. He's going to have to wait for his chance. And finally, a positive question. A hat-trick for Joe Linton. Those answers seem so strange compared to his real life form. You can go ahead and say, that's what he can do. That's what he's capable of on his day. And certainly on the game, it is. So that is going to wrap up episode 2 of my FIFA 20 Newcastle United career mode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to smash up that like button and subscribe for more content. Episode 3 will be out very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And until the next time, it's goodbye.